Yo, 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 Mamsell, Vault, what's going on, dude? My music stopped, I didn't even realize it. Sorry, let's get it going again, dude. What is up, guys? What's going on? Man, dude, I'm moving slow this morning. I couldn't get my butt out of bed. Life's good, man. What's up, Vault? Yo, Mamsell, what's going on? Life's good. I'm just, I'm a big old sleepy boy. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning, man. I was super cozy. You know what I mean? I don't know why the playlist stopped. Steam's got to fix their music player, dude. It's ridiculous. I'm always wanting to, let people jam out. I'm old? Nah. No. No, you're not. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Nah. It's good to see you guys. Happy Monday, I hope. I know it's not the most look forward to day of the week for most people, but hopefully some people are starting to get some time off for the holidays, man. Oh, man, Zell. That's funny, man. That's funny. Well, I'm sorry your feet hurt, but I would say, a sign of just having a really good time, not old age. 1 year older today? Yo, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, December birthdays are good birthdays. I'll say that. December birthdays are good birthdays. In my opinion. All birthdays are good birthdays, but specifically, there's just something about December birthdays for me. I don't know what it is, I don't know what it is. Can't put my finger on that. Too close to Christmas? Not as close as some people's. Just so you know. Could be worse, my friend. Could be worse. It's good to see you guys, man. And there we go again, dude. My player just stopped for some reason. Steam, get wrecked, dude. They've got to figure out their music player. Let's try this again. What a banger. It's good to see you guys. Happy Monday, dude. We're going to do day 20 of Breath of the Wild. We're still just grinding away. We got some trials to do. We've got more shrines to find. We got a couple pinpointed we need to go do. Yeah. We got Lionels that we still need to kill. We've got Guardians we still need to grind out. We're doing equipment upgrades, things like that. Still searching for the last piece of climbing gear, stuff of that nature. We're doing secondary quest line stuff and trying to get as much done as we can. We just keep grinding. We knew this was going to be a long playthrough, which is absolutely fine because I'm still having a great time in the game. So on that note, let's go ahead and get over there and do what we do. Let's get into this video gaming news segment and see what's going on in the world of video games before we hop into Breath of the Wild for the day. Cool. Yeah. How's the new puppy, Mamsell? How's the new puppy doing? First of all, check that out. This is what we're listening to this morning, even though we've been so very rudely interrupted by Steam's crappy music player, continuing to stop the music for some reason. Doing great? Good. That's good to hear. All the potty training is progressing, I'm guessing. So BPM, good stuff. Check it out. Amazing game, FPS. It's, first of all, an indie developer, but it's an FPS roguelike, rhythm-based game. It's a lot of fun, and cool soundtrack, cool artwork, graphic design in the game and everything. So highly recommend giving it a check if you're into that genre of game. This is what we're listening to this morning, so just figured it was appropriate to shout it out, let everybody know what we're listening to, okay? Got it. Let's get into this news. Bam. Let's see what we got. What's happening? Let's go ahead and just start off with this, okay? Sable's free right now on Epic Games. Epic is doing their holiday giveaway right now. Every 24 hours is a new game for free. You have to grab it within that 24-hour period, though. Each game within its 24-hour period, because you only have that long to grab it before the next game, mystery game, as you can see here, becomes free, right? So right now you can still grab Sable for roughly the next 3.5 hours before the next game becomes free, and you'll no longer be able to grab Sable for free, okay? That's the way this holiday thing goes for Epic. There's roughly, I don't know, 1.5 weeks left of this, and get your free games. Hop in here every day, get your free titles. No reason not to, really, as far as I'm aware of. Free stuff, man, so go get it. There's also some free titles on GOG, unless they took them out. Looks like they took them out already. So, psych, I lied. We'll just keep moving. Sorry, there were some free titles. If you're in our Discord has a gamer deals channel, and we have a bot that actually will announce many of the free notable games that'll come out on many different platforms. So if you're not aware that those games are getting announced in our Discord as well, if you wanted to hop in there, but those GOG titles were announced in there also. So just in case. The let's get on this. Let's see. Batman video games for Steam get massive under $5 sale. That'll be the Arkham games, I'm sure, which are notably good titles. Yep. Riot is trying to get out of terrible crypto sponsors. Nice. Take a look at that. We hit on this yesterday, but just real quick, we'll scan this again. Maybe we didn't hit on all of these. We'll read this article again today, or we'll read it today. I think this might be a few different games than what we saw yesterday. We talked about this yesterday with Xbox Game Pass ads probably being on the way. This is most platforms, okay? Not just Xbox. Be aware. With the evolution of technology, and especially the evolution of gaming, live ad space in particular, not just like product placement in gaming anymore. It's going to be live ad space kind of stuff that's going to start happening in games, traditional games too, not just like what we've become accustomed to seeing in like mobile games. This is going to be something that becomes more prominent in gaming across the board. So just get ready for it. It doesn't feel good, but I don't think there's any way to avoid it, really. Yep, we talked about this. Epic Games has Sable for free. It's a notable title. Grab it. Get ready for the next one in about 3.5 hours, okay? Yeah, I think this is what Gamer Extreme, our buddy Gamer, was talking about yesterday. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster coming to PlayStation and Switch, okay? Like all the Final Fantasy games from number 1 through number 6 are getting remastered and coming to these platforms. So we'll take a look at that. PlayStation fans unhappy with Sony's PC gaming pricing. Re PS5 upgrade released for critically acclaimed PS4 title. What are we talking about? Night in the Woods. Okay, cool. Take a peek at that. After they came out with them on Steam last year. Hey, Ferret, what's up? Final Fantasy VI is your favorite of the FF series. Now, are we talking about Japan FF6 or like US FF6? There's a difference. You know what I mean? Because traditionally in the US, what's considered Final Fantasy 3 is what Japan considers Final Fantasy, or the eastern part of the world considers Final Fantasy 6. That's what I was actually talking about that yesterday. It was FF3 US. Yes, yes. That is one of my favorite all-time games as well. Yeah. No, 6 in the US. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I want to make clear to people is like, so like here, so in different parts of the world, that game's referred to as different titles, right? That's what I'm trying to express to people. Like, it's the same game, but it'll have a different number on it depending on what it was called in what part of the world it was released. You know what I mean? So like here in the Western, lots of the Western part of the world, the real ones know it's 6. I mean, I always knew it as 3 growing up as a kid, so that's what I'll always call it, you know? That's what I'll always call it, because that's what I knew it as whenever I was growing up. And so that's what I'll always call it. I know that a lot of other people know it as 6, but I agree, Ferret. Yeah, that is one of my favorite all-time games as well. For me, Final Fantasy VII's number 1. Final Fantasy 3/6 is yeah, Ferret. Yeah. So it's that's like my second favorite Final Fantasy game of all time, and then it would probably be number Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 10 would be a close third there together. Yeah. So no doubt, man, no doubt. And what were you saying, Mamzo? After they came out on Steam last year? Yeah, but they're not. These are what they're talking about. Also, though, is they're talking about uh, are the ones on Steam remasters? Is it the same thing? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's what it's talking about. Already came out last year on PC. Yeah. I answered my question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, look, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be upset about those coming out on PC than before console. I'm a PC player, man. The Steam ones are remastered. Yeah. Or not a remaster, but a yeah, remaster. You're right. Yep, remaster. Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah. Sorry, I haven't had enough coffee this morning. My bad, guys. So yeah, normally those games would come out first on console rather than PC because of who owns them. You know what I mean? And the fact that they're actually so often a console first experience. You know what I mean? So I gotta say, I'm actually surprised they came out on PC before they ever came out on console. Nice, Mamzelle. Dude, that's appropriate, right? Phil's birthday, man. Dude, how crazy is that? I'm telling you, man. Um, Stream Elements is actually sentient, dude. No doubt about it. Get your random motes in there, guys. Yeah. Agreed, Ferret. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. No doubt. It's the FBI. What did you do, Mamzelle? What did you do while you were on leave here recently that the FBI's after you? Huh? Some of this? You got some of this going on? Huh? Nice. Ripperoni ferret. I love that emote. All right. Let's keep seeing what else we can find. We already talked about the Horizon stuff. We know there are new Horizon games on the way. Specifically, one of the big announcements is like a standalone multiplayer game. They were talking for years about including multiplayer in the games they were developing and have already released, as like Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. You know, in the development of those games, they were like, yeah, we want to incorporate multiplayer, and it was talked about like trying to develop that and incorporate it during the development of those games, or maybe even include it as like some kind of DLC after the fact, and it never came to fruition. And now they're actually creating a standalone like multiplayer, but it looks like it might even be turning into like some kind of like MMO-ish kind of experience. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see exactly what it is, but we do know there are more Horizon games on the way, including the PSVR 2 Horizon game. You know, there's more stuff coming. We've already kind of hit on it, so I'm not going to dive into this since we've talked about it previously, but that's your kind of TLDR for that stuff. Vault, what's up, buddy? I'm Canadian. I don't know why they're watching you. Are you one of those parents that's suing Epic? I'm just kidding. For not taking care of your kids? That might be why. I'm just kidding. I know you're not. I know you're not. I'm just ripping on. Have you heard about that? Did you hear about this? Have you seen this, Mamzelle? I know. You are too. You've got Cookie. I haven't heard about it. Do tell. Okay, so check this out. There's some lawsuits going on right now from a group of Canadian parents that are trying to sue Epic Games, stating that Fortnite is too addictive to their kids, that it is keeping so much so that it's keeping their kids from performing basic life functions like eating food and performing basic hygiene functioning. You know? Well, I was messing with Mamzelle, and that's what brought it up, gamer. I don't rip on Canada. Look, dude, you guys be ripping on Americans all the time too. So I'm gonna rip back a little bit whenever I get a chance. All right. Yeah, it's a group of Canadian. It's happening in Canada, Mamzelle. It's specifically a lawsuit coming out of Canada. Yeah. Fair. That's exactly what I said, dude. Fault. Yeah, so we hit on this about a week ago. So this has been some big news, and that's exactly what I said. I was like, this is literally some quote unquote people, like these are parents, right? People that are wanting to call themselves parents that aren't doing their job as parents, that are trying to project their failure onto a video game. Uh, but yeah, you know, gamers mad at me because I bring it up. I'm like, it's these Canadians. Poor Cookie addicted to Fortnite. Yeah, Wick. Yeah. Yo, that's actually what I said in the first place, Mamzo. Oh, I'm absolutely positive. Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, I'm actually really surprised. This sounds like something that would come out of America and not Canada, but it is absolutely coming out of Canada. Yeah, that's the same thing I said too. I was like, this sounds like something that would come out of America, not Canada. But that's why I was so surprised about it. Yeah. Wait, that. Hmm. Uh. What a statement. What a statement right there in chat. Oh no, dude. Oh, mamzelle. Bat away, dude. You wrote it. You wrote it.
All right, that one was on me.
Well, Santa's bringing you coal? Probably. Probably so. Probably so. It wouldn't be the first time. Let's be honest here, all right? Let's be honest. Would that be a surprise? Barbecue for Christmas? Hey, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna go right now. Oh, man. But yeah, I was actually like, I mean, because it's the same thing that we see all the time with video games. It doesn't matter where it comes from. The world's always done this with video games. Like, blame video games for everything. You know what I mean? Like anything that's wrong, anything that can be blamed on video game or that can be blamed on something else, you take video games and blame it on video games. It's just like another example of that. All right, gamer, let's go, dude. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just another example of people projecting things onto video games, basically, is what it is. Well, let's pivot into our other search. Barbecue for good, dude. I love barbecue. By the way, dude, I am much more of a proponent. I know it's not as clean of a fuel and everything, but dude, charcoal, in my opinion, it is such a better way to cook on a grill than gas. It comes out tasting better to me, man. I know it's not clean and but there's something about it, man. The fart won't work. Wait, what? I got you, dude. That's what Gamer thinks about the lawsuit, okay? It wouldn't work, dude? That's weird. It is easier. It is easier. I mean, I've done both. There's no doubt about it. It's easier. Dude, I don't know. It just doesn't taste the same to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. Target's offering big discounts on next-gen video games and more. So about that cookie, it does have a different taste, yeah. Wick. Mamzelle's done, dude. She's like, I'm out. I can't. You know what's funny is Mamzelle does that occasionally. She'll legit say something meaning one thing, but dude, it comes off in chat with a whole different meaning, She's like, oh, that's not the way I meant it. It happens to Mamzelle a lot. What was the last thing that happened with that? I can't remember, but it was good too. Oh yeah, you're good, Ferret. You're good. We make it sound weird, or you write it weird. I mean, I feel like that's a legitimate question. I feel like maybe a bit more. Concentration and thought about what you're about to really throw in here into a group of people that most of us really function on a level of about maturity 12 to 13 years old. You know what I mean? And thinking about, is there any way in which this could be maybe distorted or viewed in a a different, context. You know what I'm saying? God, Wick. Oh my God. Cookie is Mamselle's new dog. That's all we're talking about here. Oh, gee, I didn't mean it like that. Oh my gosh. What? You guys. He's literally copying her, dude. Yeah, yeah, yep. Oh, bro. Dude, me too. Yo, I got some cookies here, bro. I mean, you guys probably thought this was a sewing kit, right? It's not. I've got some butter cookies in here. It hasn't been transformed into a sewing kit yet. Here, smash that cookie, dude. Smash that cookie, bro. Here, take it. Open up. All right. I got you, dude. I got you. All right, let's keep moving. Funny how that sewing kit thing happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's see what else we got, dude.
Emotional damage.
Smash, smash. Where's Bonk, dude? The chat's getting out of control today, dude. It's just gonna be bonking all day, dude. Just bonked out, Oh man. Epic, indie sleeper, dude. Yeah, they're talking about Sable. They're talking about Sable. Yeah, Sable. I really wanted to play that on release. I just never made my way to it. So I'm really glad it's free. We probably end up playing it, especially now that I have it. The game looks amazing. Yeah, I mean it's free, dude. It's free on Epic. You might as well. I mean, I tell that to people all the time. Even if a game doesn't necessarily look interesting, who knows, dude? You know, who knows? You might as well just grab the games and throw them in your life. It's not like it costs anything, but like 2 minutes of your time. Especially if you already have an account, all you got to do is log in, go to the main store page, click "Give me this," and you're done. So who knows? Whenever you're just going to be like kind of in a lull for things to play, and you want to just go look through a library and be like, oh, hey man, there's Sable, that might be worth. So yeah, fair, dude. I'm the same way. I mean, look at this. Uh, since I've had my account, dude, I'm talking. My library is extensive. Uh, it's pretty wild. How many do I have in here at this point? 192 games. I'm creeping up on 200 pieces of software now on my Epic library. And I've bought maybe like two, I think. The rest are just free games. And it's just because I get in there and I grab free games. But dude, they give away notable games. They really do. I mean, Darkwood, Fallout 3. There's Doom up in here. There's all kinds of stuff, man. And BioShock games, Borderlands 3. There's all XCOM. There's all kinds of stuff, Dude, they give away good time. I mean, they also give away some like, kind of not AAA, some unknown-ish kind of titles too, but they give away notable titles, man. And you're going to see more of that coming up too with the holiday giveaway they're doing right now. Like I said, kind of the first few titles or whatever they're going to give away were like, okay. you know. But as we get closer to like Christmas and stuff, you're going to start seeing them give away probably some notable titles in here. The original Quake, did I? I don't know, dude. I don't know. But they've got Quake 3, I think. What is it, Quake 3 coming out for free now as well? We just talked about that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So, yeah, Quake 3 is coming back out for free. It's multi-platform, dude. They're putting it on Epic, Steam, like it's going to be cross-platform, all kinds of stuff, and it's just going to be free for everybody. There's like, hey, here's Quake 3 for everybody, multi-platform. It's on consoles and stuff too. Yeah, really cool, dude. Armored Core 6, dude. This is a game that I'm super, super hyped about. I love mech games, man. And there's a lot of things that From Software does well. There's some things that, like with Elden Ring, I saw that felt a bit bad, like they overlooked. And their PC port was pretty rough. Here's what sucks. I was like, after buying and playing Elden Ring day one release on PC, I was like, I will not buy and play another From Software game day one on PC because it felt pretty bad. And here I am with Armored Core 6 coming out, and it wasn't just control stuff. Yeah, the key binding stuff was bad, but dude, my frame rate was terribly like roller coaster. It fluxed real bad. There's a lot of stuttering, especially in open world areas. If I was like in more of a building or an enclosed area, it wasn't as rough. But dude, there was a lot of really bad frame rate stuttering kind of stuff in that game on release, and it really upset me because apparently it was great on console, and you could tell that basically what they did is they really, really, really optimized the game for console, and then they just kind of ported it to PC, and it wasn't optimized for PC, and that feels bad to me. If a developer is going to release a game on any platform, it should be optimized for that platform. Was it the worst thing I've ever seen? No, but it still didn't feel good. But here we are with Armored Core 6 coming out. It looks cool. We haven't seen really any gameplay yet, but dude, I love mech games, and it's gonna be really hard for me to not play this on release. But dude, they better do some justice and have this thing optimized for PC, or I'm gonna throw a flipping fit, dude. We talked about this yesterday too. They are, yeah, I mean exactly, dude. Yeah, it's not like I'm playing on a 7 or 8 year old rig or anything. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Um, it was weird, but yeah, I know, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I also feel like to an extent, quite often it's like my job these days, you know, because I am streaming full time, and quite often it's my job to kind of let you guys know, you know, how it feels if there are issues. You know what I mean? People are going to look to me for that info. As I used to be in those shoes too, where I looked to content creators and streamers to go, how's the game feel? You know what I mean? Yeah. So to an extent, I mean, and that's why I'm always going to lean on you guys and be like, what do you want to see me play on release? Because if I'm semi interested in it and you guys want to see it as well, then I'll probably go ahead and just play it day one. I don't. It doesn't have to be something that I am like super, super, super hyped about. But if you guys are really interested in a day one playthrough or whatever, then I'll probably play it for you guys. Yeah, yeah, basically, man. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, for me, I want developers to really get better at making sure their releases, no matter what it is, feels fairly well polished. You know what I mean? We don't expect there not to be any kind of issues at all, but things like that, like constant stuttering and frame rate drop and you know, bug crashes and issues like that really significantly impact gameplay and make the game not feel fun. That's not really acceptable, man. They need to get better. We talked about this. So Xbox, with their subscription service of Game Pass, they are um, entertaining different options of subscription tiers, if you will. Trying to find, they've been pushing out surveys for people, trying to find out what people would think about different uh, different areas of which they might be able to get people in at different price points, and how they might be able to make that work for their subscription service, right? Whether it be, you know, a lower priced service that includes ads. That's obviously what they're talking about here, but they've been kind of polling people, surveying people to find out where they might be able to incorporate these kinds of mechanics, and I'm sure we'll see more moving forward. The Family Pass is going to be rolling out soon. They're going to be doing other subscription tiers and things. I think that's inevitable. I'm actually surprised they haven't gotten to that point already. But we'll see it. We'll dive into it once we know more from them. Right now, it's just survey stuff. We just know they're interested in trying to find out where they could really set some price points and what those actual price points would include as far as what it would do to that particular service of that subscription. You know. Yeah, did you guys see the so it was like about a month and a half ago. One of the original creators of the Oculus created a legit VR headset that kills you in real life if you die in game. Did you guys see that? I can't help but think of it now every time I see VR. It's really weird. Wasn't that weird, dude? It's like, I mean, wild, dude. Transformers reactivate playable characters possibly. Uh, Playable characters possibly leaked. Let's take a look at that. That's a new Transformers game that got announced. There was a little bit of leaked info about a new Transformers game right before the Game Awards, and then the Game Awards actually had a trailer for it. Let's see what's going on there. Let's go one more page. I don't know. Maybe that's just a way to like, maybe. I don't know, dude. Look. I feel like anybody that's willing to buy into that piece of hardware and utilize it with that functionality turned on, like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe it was just uh, a way of needing to weed those kinds of people out of our world. You know, I don't know. Yo, gamer, I saw a video on YouTube. Upcoming game. There's a RDR remake slated for 2025. Really? Hold on, dude. Is this official? Yikers. Okay. Love a remake. I mean, this was all like speculative stuff back in the middle of the year. rumors. Let's look at this. We'll take a look at this, see what it has to say real quick, dude. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll take a look and see if there's anything that is substantial within that. We'll see. I'll give my take on that too. I mean, my initial reaction is like, why not just do RDR3? You know? But I need to take a look back at like, because RDR was originally PS3, right? Original RDR was PS3. So it's been a hot minute. It's not necessarily a bad. I mean, that means that that game is probably roughly a decade old now, at least. I would assume, somewhere around there. So if it is original RDR for a remake, that's not necessarily bad. But I think that's there's just such a trend of remakes. Yeah, it's fair. Exactly what I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge trend, you know, and let's just remake stuff instead of going with the next iteration or making something new. You know, it's I've talked about this a lot. The industry seems to be heavily invested in, especially a lot of these AAA devs. It's all about. I mean, we're talking about right now. They're already talking about being in the process of remaking the original Horizon game, and it's like, what? What? That game's only like 5 years old, dude. That's insane. Why don't you just put all that the resources and effort of that into some kind of new title or something, man? That's crazy. Like that game still looks great. So why are you going to be, you know, doing a remake of a game that's only 5 years to 6 years old right now, you know? And there's so many other games out there that deserve to have a series reboot or a remake that are 15 to 20 years old that have such an iconic following behind them and a cult following, you know, for these titles. Well, I mean, you talk about FF7. FF7 has at least gotten a remake, even though it's not the same exact game. I know what you're talking about there, you know. At least FF7 has had some kind of revival. But I think a lot of people probably would love to have just original Final Fantasy VII remade exactly. You know what I mean? Like same story and everything. Not like the what they've done with Final Fantasy to this point, but with like new age graphics and stuff. I think a lot of people would probably love to have that. You know, so yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm getting at, gamer. There's so many titles out there from 15, 20 years ago. You know, there are a lot of them, dude. There are a lot of them. Yeah, you're not wrong. There are a lot of titles out there that I mean, what are we talking about here recently? Like Legacy of Kain is finally getting some love. You know, who owns Legacy of Kain right now? Who is? I can't think of who that is. Was it is it THQ Nordic? Maybe I can't. Maybe that's not right. Um, who owns like? But whoever it is that owns that IP, like Legacy of Kain stuff, dude. They did a survey here recently, and they were actually blown away by how many people responded to their survey regarding Legacy of Kain. It was like incredibly massive amount of more people than usually contribute to their normal surveys. And it was because people were like, why has it been so long since we had any kind of new iteration for the Legacy of Kain? And that's just another example of like, is it Square? Is it Square? Okay, cool. Cool. Thanks. Thanks. Um but yeah, whoever it was, you know, they did this this survey and they were like blown away by how many people responded. They're like, we are going to we've heard you, right? We've heard you. We understand that there are a lot of people that want this series back, and we're gonna do everything we can to get that to you. You know, that's the way it should be. Instead of going, oh man, this game's 4 years old. Looks like it's time to remake it. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? That's insane. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah. Let's go over this last page. See what else we can find, and we'll dive into all these articles. Yeah, and do that with FF6, dude. FF6 or 3, whatever you want to call it, had some amazing characters, dude. Amazing characters in it, and I can only imagine like doing like that game. That game had iconic characters like FF7 did. You know what I mean? Uh oh, okay, okay. And doing like FF3/6 and something like UE5, dude, and bringing those old pixel characters into like a more realistic version. Like, could you imagine like, oh, okay, gamer, yeah, dude, yeah. Thanks for all the contributions to the news segment, buddy, and just everything we do here, dude. Have a great rest of your day, man. Be safe at work, and last day, baby, last day. Could you imagine like that Final Fantasy 3/6 world with like Edgar and his chainsaw? You know what I'm saying? like Sabin and all the what were his moves called, dude? I can't remember what Saban's moves called, but it was all the button configurations. You know what I mean, like the pummel and stuff like that. Saban, yeah, Saban was dope, dude. I liked Edgar a lot with the tools, man. Like the chainsaw, because you remember when like Edgar would do the chainsaw and he'd throw on the Jason mask too. Shadow was dope, dude. There are a lot of cool blitz moves. The blitz moves, yeah, man. Yeah, thanks, Blitz. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of them right then. There are a lot of really cool characters in that game, and I think that bringing them to life is in like a new age engine would be really really incredible to see for sure. I agree. Wait, what? Well, eh. What's a Warhammer, and why are there 40,000 of them? It doesn't matter. That's not the question. The question is, can Henry Cavill play every single one of the 40,000? That's the big question. Fat Pat, what's up, buddy? How are you, dude? All right, we'll just stick with what we got. We'll stick with what we got. That was, yeah. We're good. Let's stick with this. We'll stick with this. These will be our articles for today's news segment. Cool. Yeah. Java. Um, At the Game Awards earlier this month, Transformers Reactivate was officially announced, but very little information was provided about the game, including which characters. Yo, by the way, we watched the Game Awards here in this channel. It was long, but we watched it. We basically did like a stream that day, and then we shut down the stream for a couple of hours. Then I came back live, and we watched like 3.5 hours of Game Awards that night. When the Transformers trailer came on, we were like sitting there watching it. I literally called it out. It was really wild because at the end you saw like the yellow robot. I was like, ah, it's Bumblebee, and I was like joking around. It was. Everybody was like, oh, you call it, dude. However, a handful of screenshots have apparently leaked online revealing several playable Autobots and Decepticons. In total, 10 characters can be seen, including Bumblebee, Hot Rod, Ironhide, Sunstreaker, Windblade, Ratchet, Starscream, Soundwave, Slipstream, and Shockwave. Screenshots were shared on Twitter by user RotBTrailer. As with any leak, readers should take this with a grain of salt, pending an official announcement, especially as these screens supposedly came from a 2018 build of the game. Dude, that's 4 years ago. Keep in mind, this is a very early build dating 4 years ago, okay? Let's look at this real quick. Yo, Decepticons. Let's go. Okay. Why is it all like can't even see it? What they did is this what they did they like? You can't even see what's going on in these screenshots. Anyways, all right. Um, most of these characters should be quite familiar to Transformers fans, as the majority debuted in the original animated series. Of course, the actual designs from the screenshots took a bit look a bit closer to those that appeared Paramount's Bumblebee movie. Yeah, the glaucoma filter on. That's what I was going to say. Vault. Yeah. It looks like they might have actually put a filter on those to blur them out. That way, they couldn't get like DMCA'd or something like that. Windblade and Slipstream are a bit more recent additions to the Transformers canon. The Decepticon Seeker Slipstream made her debut in Cartoon Network's Transformers Animated, where she was one of the several clones of Starscream. Meanwhile, the Autobot Windblade debuted in IDW's Transformers comics before playing a prominent role in multiple Transformers cartoons. Over the last few years, Windblade and Slipstream have become some of the most prominent female Transformers, and both appeared in the 2020 video game Transformers Battlegrounds. Still a lot we don't know about the game, including like when it's to be expected. 1 to 4 player online title is set to release on PC and consoles, but we don't have a whole lot more than that right now. Yeah, so this is also like, you know, these characters, grain of salt with that. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a good chance most of these make it in, but maybe not all. Especially since there's not a lot of information out there yet. We have no idea exactly when it's supposed to be releasing or anything. That means that there's still a lot of changes potentially to be made in the development of this game, like finalizing things. So just know that some of this could change. Probably what's going to happen as well is there's going to be with this game a base set of characters that release, and then they're going to do what most games do, which is like, find a way to include new playable characters, whether it be, through battle pass systems or DLC, purchasable DLC, things of that. And you guys know how it is, dude. The monetization side of stuff, man. So they'll find ways because look, I mean, let's be real honest here. There are very, very, very notable Transformers that are not part of this, right? So you know that there's going to be a way to they're going to include there's going to be more Transformers to play that are not part of this list here. One second. All right, my bad. Uh, is there going to be a new Transformers movie come out? There is, yes, and it's not Michael Bay either. Uh, so yeah, I mean you'll see that quite often, and we'll see how we'll have to see how close they are to releasing together. You're not wrong, Ferret. Yeah, yeah, quite often, right? I mean, you know some of the iconic. You know, we're talking about like Optimus Prime's not in here. You know what I mean? And you know that he'll end up being in the game, right? So, um, characters like that, yeah. So, and yeah, you're right. Actually, our buddy King brought that info to us here recently about how there's a new Transformers movie being made, and it's not Michael Bay. So we'll have to see. Uh, if I recall, it might actually be incorporating Beast Wars stuff. Yeah. At least for the yeah. I mean, Optimus is the face of Transformers, um, especially the Autobot side of things, right? You know. So if you're an Autobot fan, then you're really looking for that Optimus. So they're going to be characters like that that you know are going to be a part of this, but it's like those are the ones that are really going to get people to buy in on some kind of like probably additional monetization mechanic to get those kinds of super big name characters. You know, that's probably the way that's going to work. But yeah, the whole movie side of things, you're not wrong. I mean, that's what they were trying to do with Avatar as well, right? Because Avatar releases this month. If it hasn't already, is that already out in theaters? I don't know. But Avatar, the game, was supposed to release alongside it. You know, they try to do that quite often. So that might be a play for them, Ferret. You're not wrong. Yeah. Is it already out? Word. Has anybody seen it? I liked the first Avatar, dude. I thought it was really good. So we'll see. We'll keep track, man. We'll keep track. Um, shut your mouth. Haven't seen it. Yeah, I would like to. I thought the first one was really good. I thought it was pretty entertaining, man. Pretty good stuff. Yep. Target is offering big discounts on next gen video games, consoles, and more, guys. Um, there was bound to be a few more sales right before Christmas. Okay, so here it is. If you've still got some stuff you need to purchase, pick up tons of this year's most popular titles for less at this sale. Again, if you have Target in your area, or you can get them to ship to you, or maybe you have some people that live in areas with Targets, what have you, that can get these discounts and then get those titles to you, something like that. This could, help out. Who knows? Includes 50% off or more for next gen games like Madden 23, Halo Infinite, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and much more. There are even some deals on next gen consoles if you're looking to upgrade. You can snag the Xbox Series S Lite version or the full size S on sale for just $250 off the usual price. Or you can check out the exciting world of VR with this $350 Meta Quest 2 bundle, which saves you $50 and comes with Resident Evil 4 and Beat Saber included. Rare discounts on next gen accessories like the new PlayStation 5 DualSense wireless controller. All colors are on sale for $50 right now, which is like roughly 20 to 25. Yeah, $25 off normal retail price, or $50 on the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max headset. Um, I don't know if you're interested. I'll throw this in chat. Might be able to get some discounts there. PlayStation fans are unhappy with Sony's PC gaming game pricing versus PS5. Earlier this month, PlayStation revealed that The Last of Us Part 1 will release on PC on March 3rd. When it does, users will be spending a bit less to own the game than it currently costs on PlayStation 5. According to The Last of Us Part 1's listing on Steam, the title will be available for $59.99, which is $10 cheaper than it currently costs on the PlayStation Store. This is another one of those. It used to be the other way. Games were $10 cheaper on Steam versus that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying right here too. Is that it's cheaper on Steam than it is on console. That's what they're saying, Ferret. Unless I'm reading your comment wrong. The title will be available for $60, which is $10 cheaper than it currently costs on the PlayStation Store, which is $70. Here's the deal, though. Yeah. Here's the deal, though. This is the remake, right? And this is some of the things that we've been talking about today, and we talk about quite often in this channel during the news segments. This is the remake. So, what does the original cost? You know what I'm saying? To go buy on PS5. Because honestly, dude, this is another one of those games where it was like, did this really need a remake right now? The original came out in 2013. It was when did the original? Yeah, a remake of the 2013 game, right? But everything I've seen about the comparison, it wasn't significant upgrade necessarily. I haven't played it, so I don't know. But this is one of those situations where I think that you can still have a pretty solid time playing the original, and you can go get that game for pretty cheap. Rather than, you know, I think whenever we knew the remake was coming out, we saw a bunch of side-by-side comparisons, and it was like, yeah, it looks a little bit better. But is that worth, paying that much more to just play the newest version over just going and grabbing the original? I don't know that I would really do that. Over what I saw in the game, I don't know. But, I mean, that's where we're at, right? And it's kind of the same thing we've seen with, to an extent, PC versus console, right? You're talking about Sony's been doing this with, talking about like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a 4-year-old game now, and they released it on Steam at like full price, and it was like, dude, that's a 4-year-old game. It's like, is it a notable, really, really good title? Yeah, absolutely. But just because they ported it over to PC, they were like, oh, hey, this is full price again. It's like, wait, what? That's a 4-year-old game, dude. Wait, but people bought it. I think that's the thing for me is like, a lot of people bought Spider-Man when it came to PC. Obviously, these companies have giant, research teams and marketing teams, and they wouldn't list it at that price if they didn't think they'd get people to buy it at that price, and obviously people are. To me, that's wild, though. A game that's 4 years old, that they're bringing back to full price just because it's getting ported over to a new platform. It's like, yuck, man. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Ferret. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I see as a better deal on the PC side of things as well. Not only that, but quite often what will happen with the PC side of stuff too is like, if you own the original version of a game and the developer comes out with like a remaster or something like that, quite often, like if you own it on Steam, they'll just give you the remastered version of it. It's like, yo, you already own it. We'll just give you the remaster. That doesn't usually happen on console. Not that I've seen, anyways. Yeah. So, and not that it always happens, but I've seen it happen. At least in my experience, I've seen it happen more often than not in like that realm, the PC realm, than I have on console. But there are some notable occasions of it happening, like, Cyberpunk. Yeah, exactly. Skyrim. Yep. Me too. Skyrim is one of those titles. Cyberpunk has done it on console, though. It has happened. Cyberpunk's done it where they were like, yo, if you own the PS4, Xbox One version, we'll give you a free upgrade to the next version of it if you have that That's the caveat there, though, right? I mean, the big fine print in that is like, because this is one of my big issues with CDPR right now, with Cyberpunk specifically, was they came out and were like, yo, we've created this huge expansion, right? This huge expansion coming out with Cyberpunk. It's going to create Cyberpunk into the game that it was, quote CDPR, to quote CDPR, the game that Cyberpunk was always meant to be experienced as, right? And it's not coming to previous gen consoles, which is what Cyberpunk was also released on. And they're like, but we'll go ahead and give everybody an upgrade that owns it on previous gen consoles, free upgrade to next gen console, right? Cool. But not everybody has the money to go buy a new gen console. You know what I mean? So I think that's the big thing there is for PC, it's a bit more fluid of a thing there, right? With the way your library works and the PC and stuff like that, as opposed to, and I think consoles getting to that point, it's just not there yet. Yeah. But unsurprisingly, that cheaper price point has sparked a bit of debate online, with many fans of Reset Era taking Sony to task for charging PlayStation users more than those buying the game on PC. PlayStation has not commented on the price discrepancy, so it's impossible to say exactly why the Steam version will be cheaper. However, some fans have argued that it makes sense for PlayStation to drop the price a bit, given that The Last of Us Part 1 will have been out for about 6 months on console by the time it releases on PC. It's possible the PS5 version of the game will have a similar price point by then, but fans shouldn't expect Sony to reveal any kind of price drop ahead of the holiday season. That said, some retailers have offered price drops for the game's physical version. Of course, this debate is just part of a larger discussion surrounding PlayStation's PC ports. The company clearly sees PC releases as a major part of its strategy moving forward, but Sony has actively avoided day one releases on the platform, yes, instead bringing games long after they release on PlayStation consoles. Many console fans have been unhappy with these releases altogether, arguing they offer less of an incentive for gamers to purchase a PlayStation console. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, as far as that goes, Sony's been losing out. Especially, I've said this for a while, Sony's been losing out on profit for their software by not really releasing their proprietary PlayStation games on PC. And even when they do, it's been like 4 to 5 years after the fact, most of the time anyways. Up until this past year where they were like, yo, we've created PlayStation PC division. We are committed to releasing PlayStation PC games now within a year of them releasing on PlayStation consoles. But this is what I was saying previously. I mean, they've been losing money on the software side of things anyways, just due to the fact, if you look at what Xbox does, and it's easier for Xbox, right? They are Microsoft. They create Windows. A large majority of PCs out there are Windows. So it's easy for them to go, yo, day one Xbox releases are also day one Windows releases, PC releases, right? That's easier. But it doesn't negate the fact that Sony's losing out on profit on the PC side of things. PC gaming's huge. Now, one area that's really, really hurt additionally in that realm is the fact that since the new gen consoles came out, it's been very, very, very hard for people to get their hands on new gen consoles, right? So, if gamers can't get their hands on new gen consoles to play PlayStation games, and those PlayStation games also aren't being released on another platform like PC, then altogether, that's just, more hurt in the pocket there. You know what I'm saying? So I think PlayStation finally, during this, chip crisis and not being able to meet demand for the PS5 and seeing that their proprietary software was really, really struggling because people couldn't play it on the new gen consoles and stuff like that. They were like, look, we've really got to start trying to get our software out on PC sooner, faster. Even though we know PlayStation has already been very vocal about going, we will not be doing day one releases. Whether that means on their subscription service or on PC, they are still committed to that, their age-old standard of PlayStation proprietary games remaining just day one releases on their console, which is stark contrast from what Xbox is doing, right? And makes Xbox very, lucrative and makes people gravitate towards that console for that fact. But at least I guess the glass is half full here in regards to PlayStation and they're bringing their software to PC, and that we're not necessarily having to wait 4 to 5 years anymore for a lot of those notable games, which I used to buy PlayStations back in the day specifically for those titles, But I got to where anymore it seemed not worth. There were a number of games that would come out on PlayStation that I was like, man, I really wish I had a PlayStation to play that. But it was few and far between. It just didn't seem to make much sense for me anymore. Whereas I was, PCs where most of my stuff was at. And I felt like eventually, it'd probably come out. It just didn't make much sense for me to be buying a $500 console for 1 or 2 games, 3 games, something like that. I just didn't see it, man. And at least at this point, the glass is half full. We might not be getting those games day one when they release, but a year is definitely better than 4 to 5 years, I guess. It's easy to see why Sony would charge less for The Last of Us Part 1 after it's already been available for 6 months. But the optics aren't great. For now, PlayStation fans will just have to debate this among themselves. Yeah. I think probably you'll see the price be reduced on PlayStation the same time it comes out on PC, something like that. Again, I mean, personally, if I was a PlayStation player, I would just go buy the original probably. Instead of spending that much money, because you can probably get the original for pretty cheap. That's just me though, dude. I haven't seen a huge difference, a huge reason to go buy the remake, really. I don't know. In the comparison shots I've seen anyways. Yeah, same issue you had with console games? Yeah, man, I don't know. Free PS5 upgrade released for critically acclaimed PS4 game. So a critically acclaimed game, we're talking about Night in the Woods, was first released on PS4 back in 2017 and has now received a free next-gen upgrade for PS5. As of this week, publisher Finji announced that Night in the Woods has received a new patch to make it natively run on PS5. Developed by Infinite Fall, Night in the Woods is a narrative-focused adventure game that was originally part of a Kickstarter campaign. After launching in early 2017, the game went on to receive widespread acclaim. Currently, it boasts an impressive 87 on Metacritic, which makes it one of the best reviewed titles on PS4 for the year in which it released. When it comes to what this next-gen upgrade provides for Night in the Woods, Finji has said that it will now allow the game to run at a 4K resolution at 60 frames per second on PS5. Although Night in the Woods isn't a title that needs a high level of performance to be enjoyed, it's still cool to see that Finji has released this upgrade so long after the title initially arrived on PS4. So there you go, man. If you're into Night in the Woods, you get the free, and you got it on PS4, man. It's a free next-gen upgrade right there. Very cool. All right, here we go, man. This was brought to our attention yesterday, actually, by our buddy Gamer, who had to already bounce to go to work. But Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster coming to PlayStation and Switch. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster isn't actually new. It already came out last year for PC and mobile devices. Now it would appear that it is also making its way to consoles. To be specific, it's arriving on PS4 and Switch. As for its release date, Square didn't give an exact release date. Instead, they gave spring of 2023 as the release window. Well, I would assume that means like first quarter of the coming year, right? Let's just go with that. This means we might get it between late March to late June. Of course, we'll have to wait for an official announcement in the exact release date. As for what the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster will include, it will definitely include the same games. That is, all Final Fantasy games from 1 to 6, or I to VI for others, are part of the Pixel Remaster. Players can already pre-order the physical game collection on the Square Enix store. Standard edition for PS4 and Switch is currently available for $75 US, albeit in a limited quantity. If, however, you want to spend quite a bit more extra, then you can instead get the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 35th Anniversary Edition. Other than the games, the edition also contains various extra limited edition collector's items. Other than the game package for the 6 games, players will also receive a goods box. Goods box contains a 2-disc picture vinyl record set with a download code for the MP3 version included. Also contains a 128-page hardcover pixel art book with art from all 6 games. Not only that, players will also get pixel figurines of characters from the 6 games, whether you get the PlayStation 4 version or the Switch version. Both versions also include a lenticular sleeve for the game container. This will set you back $260 for the anniversary edition. It hurts. If you're a big fan of the series or thinking of getting into it, then checking out the Pixel Remaster might be a good way to start. Of course, don't buy the anniversary edition unless you're absolutely sure that you like the game. That's all the information we have about the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster's release on PS4 and Switch. Yeah. That's the same thing. Yep. I'll pull it up real quick. Is that what it's called? Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, right there. Yep. There it is. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. So this is basically this is what it is, right? This is the same thing. It's been out on PC for about a year now, but this is what it's coming to PS4 and Switch. Yeah. So this is the same thing you would get. Oh no, you're good, dude. No, the caption's fine. You're good. Quit yelling at me though, okay? Jeez. I'm just kidding, man. Thanks, buddy. So if you if you want to take a look at exactly, or at least a pretty good shot at exactly what you would get out of this bundle on the console, you can actually come to Steam Store and get a pretty good shot or look. You could probably also go to Square's website because you can pre-order right now as well. But this will give you a look right there. 6, baby. Yep. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. So give it a look, man. Give it a look. Cool things. Here, I'll throw this in chat just in case you guys need some of those links or something. There you go. Batman video games for Steam get a massive under $5 sale. Look, from what I understand, the Steam winter sale should be starting in about 3 days. I think on the 22nd is when the Steam winter sale starts. There are already a lot of winter sales, holiday sales on numerous platforms. Epic's got theirs going on. GOG's got theirs going on. Nintendo's eShop. PlayStation's got theirs going on. I think Xbox does too. But Steam is going to start theirs up on the 22nd. So be prepared for that. A number of popular Batman video games for Steam have been massively discounted to under $5. While Batman titles have appeared across numerous platforms over the decades, only within the past 10 to 15 years has publisher WB started to release some truly acclaimed games tied to the Dark Knight. If you've somehow never played any of these games, or you're merely looking to add them to your Steam library, now might be a good time to make a move. Oh, available via Green Man Gaming. Steam keys for a number of beloved Batman games have now been drastically discounted, In total, 9 Batman titles are part of the sale and include the entirety of the Batman Arkham series, which is notable. These games have actually been like kind of very iconic for video game development in the a lot of action fighting games have taken the mechanics that were developed for Batman, the Batman Arkham series, as a baseline for how to move forward in this genre of the video gaming industry. They've been very, very iconic for that in the industry, and notable good games themselves just to play. So to go along with Rocksteady's own Arkham trilogy, Batman Arkham Origins and its spin-off Arkham Origins Blackgate have been included in this sale as well. The virtual reality-based Batman Arkham VR is also part of this promotion. Outside of the Arkham series, the 3 entries that make up the LEGO Batman series are also part of this sale. The original LEGO Batman first launched in 2008. Yeah, okay. So all the LEGO Batman games as well. As a whole, every game in mention here is available to snag for a mere $3.75, which is a discount of at the very least 80%. They've got trailers in here for all the games that are included in that that bundle. So I'll link this for you guys. But they also have the link to Green Man Gaming. You can see right here. And this is the Batman bundle stuff, okay? So clicking that link brings you in here. Where is it? I'll just link this for you guys. Gives you the link to Green Man Gaming. Gives you all. Oh, it's one of your. Dude, I own all the games and I've never played them yet. Steam sales rip my wallet, dude. Yeah, I know. Every year for me too, man. Yeah, every year for me too, Ferret. Yeah, I own all the Batman. They're actually in my library as games to stream at some point. And dude, I've never played them yet. Yeah, check it out. Possible upcoming streams, dude. Batman. All these Batman games, dude. And I haven't played them. I've owned them for a while. Bad PC release at start. I think I've heard that. Yeah. But I've got all kinds of games, dude. I need to get played. Jesus. Some of these we've already played some of, and I have them in here to play more of at some point if we want. That's complete though. Yep. Steam offered refunds after 2 months of owning it. Ooh, yikers, dude! I didn't know that. That's rough. There you go though. Riot trying to get out of terrible crypto sponsorship deal. Back in August of last year, Riot, the developers of League of Legends, Riot, if you're not aware, signed a sponsorship deal worth tens of millions of dollars with cryptocurrency exchange FTX. You know, the exchange that is now bankrupt with its founder arrested and facing serious fraud and money laundering charges. As Web3 is going, Just Great's Molly White reports the deal was supposed to run for 7 years and involve FTX making, quote, substantial payments to Riot, starting with $12.5 million for the 2022 calendar and escalating to $12.875 million for 2023 and so on. So far, only $6.25 million of that 2022 sum has been paid. There's almost zero chance Riot will ever see another cent. So the company has filed a case with a bankruptcy court in Delaware seeking to have the rest of the sponsorship deal nullified. In strictly business terms, that's perfectly understandable. As Riot points out in their filing, FTX have declared bankruptcy, which should send the whole deal straight into the bin, no questions asked. Just in case anyone does ask questions, though, Riot have added, there is simply no way for FTX to cure the reputational harm already caused to Riot as a result of the highly public disrepute wrought by the debacle preceding FTX's bankruptcy filing. FTX cannot turn back the clock and undo the damage inflicted on Riot in the wake of its collapse. Basically, Riot argues that FTX's reputation has been so thoroughly trashed in the past few weeks that being even remotely associated with the filing exchange is causing Riot harm. To put a bow on the whole thing, Riot then throws in the fact FTX's disgraced former boss, Sam Bankman-Fried, became notorious for playing Riot's League of Legends during business meetings. Even back when this deal was first signed in August of last year, it was agonizingly clear what the end game for this whole scam was going to be, whether it was video game developers or NBA teams or overly eager celebrities. You would think Riot would know this, especially now in the middle of all this, but another part of the filing argues that FTX deal needs to be terminated because it is preventing the company from further commercializing the crypto exchange sponsorship category currently owned by FTX. Fool me once, shame on you, etc., etc. Look, I am very vocal about not being a fan of the, current way in which most developers, gaming businesses are trying to incorporate crypto, Web3, blockchain, NFT into the gaming world. It's not being done. It's not being done in a way that is, really mutually beneficial to both the gamer and the developer. Obviously, the developer is not going to incorporate it in a way that's not going to benefit them in some capacity, right? But a lot of it is changing gaming to from being what gaming is supposed to be in a fun thing for us, into being more of a job, into being a grind for people, for them to try to make money and feel like they always have to be in there in these pieces of. I don't even like calling them games. I refer to them as software because it's actually software created around a gaming experience, but it's really all about play to earn and getting people hooked into these environments where they are trapped into continually being and grinding in these pieces of software to try and continually earn money and doing a job, right? Most of the time, anyways. And so I can see a vision of where particular kinds of incorporating certain, NFTs could be a thing in the gaming world where it could be beneficial to both the gamer and developers, but it would take a significantly meshed a universe of gaming where many of these developers have worked together to make it to where you can take these NFT type items, whether it be like, for instance, a car out of, a racing game like a new Need for Speed game or whatever, maybe a really hard to obtain vehicle that could also be taken into a game like Grand Theft Auto, something like that. And it's considered an NFT. It's unique to you. It's a unique vehicle. It's got a unique serial number. It's unique. It's blockchained to you as a specific individual. It's very sought after. So you could hold on to it, and it would potentially gain some kind of because it is unique, it would be sought after, right? And you could end up trading it for something else valuable, or even end up selling it. But that's the thing that's not being done right now. And these gaming universes, these worlds they're not intertwined, they're not connected, and they're not meshed to a point where items can be transferred and utilized in, whether it be a car or a weapon or things like that within these games. to where NFTs are actually, they just can't be utilized to that extent right now. So I can see a time in which, some of these mechanics could be incorporated to be both mutually beneficial to both the developer and the player. But we're not in that time right now. So I'm just not a fan of the way a lot of it's being incorporated, and I don't promote it right now because of that fact. I actually try to stay away from it. I've talked about it a lot. I end up ranting about it, and it just seems like a big money scheme most of the time to me, which is why I'm not a fan of it right now. Game Pass losing 9 more games before 2023. Xbox Game Pass is about to lose 9 more games before 2023 arrives in under 2 weeks. This past week alone, Xbox's popular subscription platform lost 11 titles across Xbox One and Series X and PC. One of those titles that exited happened to be Dragon's Quest 11S, Echoes of an Elusive Age, which is considered to be one of the best overall games on Xbox. While Game Pass subscribers might already be saddened by some of these previous losses, the upcoming slate of departures contains some other heavy hitters. 9 more games are coming off of the Game Pass library as of the final day of 2022. Here's the list: Scarlet Nexus, Outer Wild, The Pedestrian, Gorogoa, Tropico 6, Secret Neighbor, Immortal Realms, Ember, Iron Harvest. Again, these are going to be coming off of Game Pass the final day of the year. You've got roughly, 2 weeks? Maybe? Week and a half? Something like that. To get your gameplay in on these games if you are interested and haven't gotten to try them out yet, okay? So, I'll link that. If you need to see that list again, it's in there in chat, okay? This is the last article I have for the gaming news segment for the day. If anybody has anything else to add you would like to talk about pertinent to the video gaming news, what's going on in the industry, anything like that, let me know in chat. I'll address it before we move on to Breath of the Wild Day 20, all right? RDR remake, release date leaks, news, platforms, and more. This came out on the 8th of December. The latest news on the possible release date leaks and platforms for a Red Dead Redemption remake. So fans desire a RDR remake. It appears Rockstar might oblige. RDR 1, it was an amazing game. I have physical copy sitting here in my place right now on PS3. In this article, you can find all the information available. At the time of this writing, there is no official release date for an RDR remake or remaster. There's been tons of speculation and rumors floating around. Rockstar has given us no clear indication yet that a remaster is in development. Look, here's what you need to understand about Rockstar. Currently, this developer cares none for anything much outside of Grand Theft Auto. All right? They have some notable titles, and there are fan bases around these titles. But none of these titles, even as successful as some of them have been, like RDR, RDR2, the fan base around games like Bully, stuff like that, none of them. You mean the re-release of GTA 5? Yeah. None of them are close to being as successful as GTA is, right? And as much as you would like to see a company, a developer like Rockstar, not solely focus on just one thing, everything I have seen come out of this developer leads me to believe that's all they really care about right now, is continuing to put content into GTA 5 and to really be tunnel visioned in on doing everything they can to get GTA 6 finished and pushed out. So for anybody that's really hoping for more out of Rockstar right now, whether it be something like a Bully remake or RDR remake or the next iteration of RDR, anything like that, dude, I think you're grasping. I really do. Right, exactly, Vault. Agreed. I really think that this is not a new concept. This is, there are a lot of people that have a huge love for certain titles, and they want to try to promote information, get the ball rolling for, hey, are you gonna do this? You should do this. Let's do this. Get you know what I mean? Dude, everybody, yeah, dude, I remember playing Bully back in the day. Everybody, have you seen? Somebody actually made somebody made a trailer, a fan made trailer for a Bully, like a Bully remake on UE5. Check it out. Is this it? We saw it. We saw it back in the summer. This might be it. Uh, let's see if this shows it. Yeah, yeah. If you want to take a look, we've already seen this before, but take a look, dude. It's pretty wild. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. We've seen this before, but somebody that like they somebody used UE5 and basically used it to show what like a Bully remake could potentially look like. It's pretty dope, dude. Now understand that like the uh the mouth actions on the characters is kind of like nightmare fuel. It's almost like a horror game sometimes. But take a look at it, dude. It's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. It's right there in chat. But yeah, I mean that's the deal, right? I mean, as much as we want a lot of these remakes, and I mean we've been talking about that a lot this morning, whether it be Rockstar or Square or any of these big developers that have so many notable IPs underneath their belt, you know, from way back in the day that people have been wanting for so long, even from, you know, you talk about a game like Bloodborne, you know, people, dude, all From has to do is like do a tweet and just put Bloodborne in it. The gaming world loses their mind. They lose their absolute mind, dude, because there are so many people that love Bloodborne and they want to remake, you know, and there are a lot of titles like this, but these developers, man, they're just, you know, they don't really like specifically with Rockstar, dude, they don't have a whole lot of care right now for anything outside of the GTA series. It's been very apparent too. Even whenever like even before GTA 6 had been announced to be in development, stuff like that, we knew it kind of was, but before it was official. And there was still RDR online and GTA 5 online. Dude, for like a year and a half to 2 years, you would see people that were playing RDR online losing their crap at Rockstar over the fact that Rockstar would just constantly be pushing out content for GTA Online. Good big chunks of content for GTA Online. And RDR Online would get like a pair of new chaps or something. You know what I mean? It was absurd. They would get like maybe one new bounty and like a pair of like tan chaps or something. And the whole community's like, bro, what is this? Like, what are you guys doing? You know, like there's so many people still playing this game and we love this game and you guys are giving us nothing. Everything's going to GTA. But it's because GTA is more, you know, lucrative. It's their golden goose, dude, and that's all they really care about, you know? So look, I mean, a lot of people want this. There's gonna be speculation because there's a big fan base around it. People are going to continue to try to feed that you know, that rumor beast and try to get the ball rolling and stuff like that. So that's the way it goes. But ultimately, until we get anything substantial out of Rockstar, which I don't think we will, they're just going to continue to focus on what is going to make them the most money, which is GTA, dude. That's what it is. So we'll see. We could get surprised, I guess. There's always the chance, but I don't see it. I don't really see it. Great news segment, man. We're gonna move on to day 20 of Breath of the Wild. Good times. This game's amazing. I'm loving it. We're still grinding away. We are taking on some more powerful enemies in the world. We needed to because we are getting items that we need to upgrade equipment. We're pursuing a few more shrines, but dude, we've got a lot of upgrades at this point. Our health is looking really good. Our stamina is looking good. We still have places in the world we haven't necessarily explored all the way, but we're getting better. We're knocking out some of those secondary quests. We've still got a lot of those to do, though. So, dude, we're going to keep pushing, man. I knew this was going to be a long playthrough, and I love it. I love it, man. This game's a lot of fun, and I'm just going to keep pushing until I feel like I've gotten most things done that I wanted to get done in the playthrough, and then we'll move on to taking on good old Ganondorf. You know what I'm saying? I'm still amazed that I only played in Master Mode. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Hang out long enough. That's about all I do. I enjoy hard playthroughs. So that's kind of my jam. I will get upset. It will happen. Till I figure out how to play the game well. You know what I mean? But that's what it does. It elevates I feel like playing games on a harder difficulty makes me elevate my gameplay style, my gameplay ability, and that's why I like it. That's why I like it. But it's fun, dude. It creates good content. You know, whenever I get, I'm not able to just. I feel like just being able to just slam past everything, just melt everything, isn't really fun for me either. I want to be. I want to have a challenge. That's my thing. Yeah, yeah. I like a challenge, dude. And you know. I think getting mauling out occasionally on some hard content. Yeah, I think it's good for content as well. Yeah. So thanks to you guys for making this such an amazing place first and foremost, and thanks to everybody that was part of the news segment today. Like I said, we're going to move on to our gaming content at this point. But for anybody that might be viewing the news segment later on as a VOD, either here on the Twitch channel or on our YouTube channel. If you're enjoying the content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself, the rest of this amazing community, whenever we go live at 6 o'clock a.m. CST every single day. We start off all of our streams with video gaming news before we jump into whatever video gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day. Usually we're involved in some pretty significant playthroughs, long playthroughs, stuff like that. We have a good time, though, whatever we're into. We do a lot of community gaming, too. Usually that happens on the weekends, stuff like that. But, you know, you never know. We're usually into some pretty fun stuff. So, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with us. And other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another. We will catch everybody tomorrow for December 20th edition of Video Gaming News. And what will be day 21 of Breath of the Wild, okay? Shout out to our friendo, Mamzelle. Happy birthday, friend.